So right now, on this world, we actually have a huge problem, and it's actually storage. Now, I know what you're thinking, but there's tons of storage here. The problem with that is that everything is manually sorted other than this wall. So everything you see here, we've had to manually put shulker boxes filled with stuff. Now, yes, all the shulker boxes are compressed automatically down over here and stuff, but everything you see in here we've had to manually collect and put in all these boxes. So like everyone, I took straight to YouTube and started researching all the possible different designs that I could implement into our world. The problem with a lot of these different designs is that there wasn't going to be quite enough either unique storage or just overall storage capacity to store the amount of items in there. So the whole purpose of this storage room wasn't to really take all the items that we've got here and move elsewhere. It was more to move not all the items, but the majority of the items that we use frequently to an area that we're able to frequent, gather what we need for a build or a project, and then head out and go do it. And then when we come back, there's just a chest that we can dump everything in, and then go about our day and not have to worry about manually putting everything away like what we've been doing right now. So after doing all my research, there was two possible storage rooms that would fit this criteria. Number one being a cubic meters storage room that he came out with a little while ago. Now, I'm not going to try and explain that because it is beyond my understanding of how any of it works. But just know it is very, I don't know why I jumped. It is very thick, and it does everything you could possibly imagine, and things that you didn't even know that you needed, it's in there. But we don't really have the resources right now to go that crazy and build something like that. So the second option was a smaller storage room by shulkercraft. And so that is where we are currently right now. The new storage room that we spent the last 3 or 4 days building. Well, it hasn't just been building the storage room. The storage room itself only took like 4 or 5 hours to build Super Nye. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about this, I'll leave a link to the video. There is one fix with the redstone that I did want to explain that I didn't realize was a thing that I had to then fix, but then after looking at it, I was like, oh, hang on, that makes way too much sense, and I should have seen that as I was building it. But essentially, this the top row of item filters, you have to move back so that way the repeaters are in line. Otherwise, the torches are on top of the hoppers and block the hoppers, so that way the hopper chain can't go down to the next row, and then it will basically stop right here and won't fill the second. It won't fill the second line of hoppers and sorters and sorter hoppers. I do want to explain a little bit of how we've set up this storage, but essentially we've got four main storage areas. Red being like the redstony bits and like all the ores and bits and bobs like that. I did modify a little bit of the sorting, and there are some areas that I will explain a little bit later on why it's manually sorted. But for instance, this area back here is all of everything that hasn't got a spot yet. So basically, we'll go through all the hopper chain, and then if there's nothing for it, it will stop in here rather than clogging up the back of the hoppers and breaking everything. Then over here on the right, we have the blue aisle, which is going to be nether and end stuff, but then also processed. Well, I'd like to call it processed materials. So quartz, um, like mossy stuff, cracked. Um, I did want to. I don't know if I wanted to do it over here or down this one, but have all the half slabs of um like all this stuff as well, because all these blocks as well have half slabs, but we're not going to automatically sort all of that stuff. So if I jump into FreeCam, I've actually ripped out an entire auto sorter bit here, and the reasoning behind that is that I didn't want to allocate um, every single spruce craftable variant. I just wanted a spot where I can just chuck it in. So these bits are manually sorted, but it's I'm never gonna need two double chests of spruce fences, and if I do need that amount, I'd much rather craft that like when I need it, rather than just having it sitting there taking up slots and um, stuff that could have been used for other things. Then over here on the green side, we haven't actually got anything here yet, I don't think. No. But this is basically just going to be organics, so like mob drops, like string and gunpowder and blah blah blah, and um, probably like two high plants and other random bits and bobs. So that new storage room isn't the only thing that we've been working on. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the Wither Skeleton Farm and the Slime Farm because they are basically both done. I'll go over the Slime Farm later on, but yeah, but essentially this is now how the Wither Skeleton Farm looks. We've also got like a little Blaze Farm here as well, but yeah, the Wither Skeleton spawn get attracted to the piglins, they fall down. And then, why is there a piglin here? What? Oh, he spawned. He must have spawned on that. I'll have to put some slabs on that. But yeah, then the doggo kills him. And then, holy moly, I need to spawn proof this. Yeah, but it's currently getting shulker compressed. So there'll be all shulker compressed stuff down here. I do want to change it a little bit. I would like to, because we've now got carpet mod on here, so we can basically summon an AI to kill the withers for us. So I would like to divvy this up into, or I don't know if divvy is the right word, but split this up into 3 different platforms, and then they go through the nether, and then they end up in the overworld. And then, yeah, this is the blaze farm working, and the blazes, anyway. But yeah, then have them killed in the overworld, so that way the rates are a lot higher. But at the same time, we don't really need much more than what we're getting from here. We'll do like a couple of AFK sessions. The only thing we really need is the bones and the coal, funny enough. But yeah, I also had a couple of other plans for this area. One being that we wanted to do a huge piston bolt nether. Hold up, let me come up here. Yeah, we wanted to do like a huge piston bolt like nether tunnel array thing. But I was thinking about doing it on top of the nether, but like I always spend so much time up here that I wouldn't mind actually for once making a nether hub and like a nether highway all in the nether. So essentially we'd have like a nether tunnel like coming through here, and it would like open up into like all of this, which I think would look really, really awesome, rather than a piston bolt coming all the way to the top and then you just fall down the hole. But yeah, so that is the Wither Skeleton farm done. I'll take you guys over to the slime farm now. So unfortunately, I didn't really document the process of building this slime farm too much, as the couple of time lapses you saw. But yeah, this is the nether side collection. Essentially, they will come through this portal, and then you switch these on. So I need to like fix up this redstone so it's a little bit more fluid rather than having to like press the buttons. But yeah, they all come down here, and then this piston feed tape does that, and then basically there'll be a link to a YouTuber that came up with all of this. This is not my design. I'm definitely not smart enough to think about this. But yeah, and then it all gets sifted through, and then shulkercrafts comes down here. So yeah, I need to like tidy a little bit of this up. So this is the slime farm running. As you can see, it is a lot. It's definitely turned out better than I expected. I think it's close to a couple 100,000 slime balls per hour. Yeah, but that's more than I will ever need. And we are now in the overworld area. So these are all the chunks that the slime spawn in. I'll quickly come down here and show you guys. But essentially, they spawn on the platforms down here, and then they instantly go through the nether portal and then end up in the nether. There is a slight problem with a design like this, is that, as you guys can see, this zombie pigmen that spawn. So to combat that and stop that them taking up the mob camp, we have all these turtle eggs, and essentially they get aggro to the turtle egg and then run off and either die to fall damage, or there's a, I don't want that, or there's a wither rose down there. There is, I don't think that they will die much to the wither rose, because up here, I kind of overbuilt, but I kind of also did it because it would kind of look better rather than building stuff floating in the air. But essentially, right down there to the bottom, like the base of the beacon, that is 128 from there. So if you draw an imaginary circle somewhere like around here, they won't be spawning in the very bottom layers. In terms of build ideas, for this area, I'm kind of like torn on a few things. I wanted to do like a huge like nuclear power plant or something that was like breaking down, and like you could like look through this like the center, and you'd see like all these and it'd be overgrown and stuff like that. Oops. But then I also have like other ideas of like maybe we turn this into like a city or something, like we build like over all these cells and turn these into high rises, and we can have like roads and stuff going around. As like an idea, I whipped up this in, oh wait, actually I think I've already got, I do. Is it, hang on. Wait, I turned on the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, as like an idea, I kind of like just quickly built this in creative to have an idea of what something might look like. But then we have like all this extra space here that I don't know if we should fill with dirt or something like that. But yeah, that's sort of the idea for around here. I'm not too sure what we'll do. This area will probably most likely sit how it is for a little bit. Yeah, so the main reason why this is probably going to sit here for a little bit longer is that I would like to get some other projects out of the way. One being a witch farm, well, at least a better witch farm than what we've got. And I'll most likely get distracted and start building something else, and then not want to build that, and then there will be more unfinished projects in the world. that's how it usually goes. Just turned on shaders because I was curious of what this area would look like at night, and it looks really really cool. Especially like the ambient light from the portals. I think that really makes everything like stand out a lot. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, like, do all that sort of stuff, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Purple wool, purple wool, purple wool, netherrack. We can make a song out of that. It's gonna be the #1 seller on Amazon, and they're gonna play it at everyone's birthdays. In fact, the happy birthday song is gonna become obsolete. Obsolete.